What's going on, everybody? Coming at you from my yard here in Central Florida, and it is hot. It's June and the sun is blaring. A lot of people struggle to find things to plant that'll survive in this heat, in these brutal conditions. And I wanted to give a video with 3 things that won't just survive, but they'll thrive in this heat, okay? There are a lot more than just these 3 things that you can grow, obviously. But these 3 are pretty readily available. They're not hard to grow, and they do really, really well in these conditions. So especially if you're new to gardening and you're trying to find something that you can grow in the heat of the summertime, these 3 things are definitely a good start, okay? So I'm gonna walk over here and show you what I got going on. Now the first thing that I've got here in the ground, and this is the first thing I recommend, is sweet potatoes. Now the ones that you see here are, there's a row here, a row here, a row here, a row here, a row there. I got 5 rows so far. I'm gonna put some more sweet potatoes over there on the other side of the cassava. But these are all Beauregards. There's even one in this pot right here. So these are all Beauregards, and these are all slips started that I started myself from potatoes that my wife and I harvested last year. So that's the first thing that I recommend growing in the heat of the summer, sweet potatoes. These look a little more sad. Like I said, it's super, super hot. I even watered them this morning. These are a little bit more established because they've been in for, these have been in for about 2 weeks. Those have been in for 3 weeks, and these just got put in a couple days ago. So, but they will pull through. They've all got roots. They'll pull through. They'll do great. I mean, as you can see, in just a couple weeks, they're already starting to spread, and they'll create a good ground cover. And after they really get established, you also don't need to really water them that much. They do really well in the drought conditions. So yeah, the first recommendation is sweet potatoes, and the second one is okra. I've got 3 plants that are already a little bit more mature. I've harvested off of each one of these 3 so far. There's a little okra that flowered yesterday and now has formed a fruit. I'm growing them in pots this year, and I'm also growing, there's some in the ground next to this unknown, but I've got a couple in a raised bed as well. But I'm growing them in pots because I've got a problem in this yard with nematodes, and okra, apparently, I've learned, is pretty susceptible to nematode damage, and they do poorly. So, and I had that problem last year, so I'm trying to see if that fixes the problem. I'm growing these in 3-gallon pots, and I grew all that from seed. But they also can tolerate the drought, and so if you like okra, I definitely recommend growing okra, because that's something that'll do really, really, really well. So, and then the third thing that I recommend, and I've got a couple over here that are already popped up. I just kind of scattered them. They're right next to these collard greens, are black-eyed peas. I planted that sunflower back there, and I just threw a little handful of black-eyed peas here to put nitrogen in the soil for that sunflower. And then something attacked the base of the sunflower, and I mean, it's still hanging on, but it's not going to do anything. But either way, those are black-eyed peas. Really, they're called cow peas, and there's many different varieties of cow peas. These here are I think pink-eye purple hull peas that I grew last year. They grow in these pods, and yeah, you can see, oh no, those are just black-eyed peas. you could see that's what they look like. They're a staple crop. It's grown all over the world, does really well in the heat, and I'm talking about drought tolerant. You don't have to water these things. I mean, after they germinate and they get going, you don't have to water these things. So, and they fix nitrogen into the soil. I plan on this whole entire bed right here is gonna be different black-eyed peas, or different cowpeas. I've got 3 different varieties I'm gonna grow this year, so those are super beneficial. Now, all these things you can readily find. Black-eyed pea seeds and okra seeds, and then you can either make your own sweet potato slips or you can buy some. But those 3 vegetables, 3: sweet potatoes, okra, black-eyed peas, that's what I'm growing throughout this summer. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that these tips help somebody, and I'll get back at you later with another video. See ya.